Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning in once again to the original Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur show. Okay, so I'm back with some more Diddy information, and I apologize for the outage this morning. Okay, so the live had to be stopped midway through because my internet connection got lost. Okay, there was an outage in the area. But anyway, let's talk about this exclusive. A-listers planning to be out of town when Sean Diddy Combs' SEX trial kicks off. Okay, they're saying that Hollywood's going to be completely deserted. Everybody is ghosting Diddy. Okay, so let's get into it. You know, all these people who supported Diddy in the beginning, who were partying at his houses and having all this fun at the freak offs and whatnot, they're all going to be gone. Okay, Diddy's going to have to fend for himself. So let's talk about it. Tinseltown is set to lose a lot of its sparkle when Sean Diddy Combs' trial kicks off in a couple of months. Now, a host of A-listers, including Jennifer Lopez, Jay-Z, Russell Brand, Machine Gun Kelly, Ashton Kutcher, Usher, Justin Bieber, Mariah Carey, Kevin Hart, and Will Smith, have all been guests at Diddy's parties down over the years. But sadly, none of them have come to his defense as of late. And they say now we have heard droves of A-listers will be hopping on private jets for a place in the sun when the most explosive court case in show business kicks off in May. Now, a showbiz insider says that the homes of the rich and famous will, with any kind of links to Diddy, no matter how innocent, will be completely empty come May. No one will wish to be around when the hearing kicks off and Diddy starts throwing names around. So it looks like Hollywood is officially on the run. Okay, please pay attention. And let's not forget that on yesterday I reported to you, you heard it here first, how Diddy was trying to get count 3 of the indictment, the superseded indictment, dismissed because he says that it's based, you know, in racism. It's rooted in racism. And, you know, it actually is. But Diddy, you're not getting off the hook, okay? Now, they say those who have been friends with him could have their names dragged through the mud and they will opt to get out of Dodge or out of Hollywood and stick their heads in the sand, quite literally, perhaps, on a beach as far away from the courthouse as possible. Now, this is what the insider says. Now, the news comes as we revealed how the jailed rapper was suing NBC Universal and production company Apple for $100 million, claiming defamation over falsehoods in their new docuseries, Diddy, The Making of a Bad Boy. And so in Combs' complaint filed in New York on Wednesday, his attorneys argued that the documentary falsely suggested their client had committed serious crimes. They even referred to Diddy in some of these reports as a serial rapist. Okay, but in the documentary, Diddy alleges that they actually called him a serial murderer, or they accused him of crimes such as serial murder, the rape of minors, and trafficking of minors, while also attempting to sensationalize his psychological state. Okay, please pay attention. Are they trying to say that Diddy is crazy? I have several questions. Okay, now goes on to say that the lawsuit alleged that it maliciously and baselessly jumps to the conclusion that Diddy is a monster and the embodiment of Lucifer with lots of similarities to Jeffrey Epstein. Well, we already know this because I've already told you all this days ago. So at the end of the day, here's the thing. You know, if convicted, because of course Diddy is denying all of these accusations levied against him, but if convicted, he faces up to life in prison on the racketeering charge and a minimum of 15 years for the trafficking. Okay, now the U.S. District Judge Arun Subramaniam ruled that his trial will begin on May the 5th. Prosecutor Emily Johnson told the judge that the government would need 3 weeks to present its case. Right, and Diddy's trial is scheduled to take place at the Daniel Patrick Moynihan Courthouse in New York City, and it's expected to be public. Oh, well, that's interesting. Yeah, so it's going to be open to the media. All of Combs' court proceedings thus far have been open to the media and the public, but not live streamed. Okay, so they're saying that it's going to be open to the public. All right, so with that all being said, listen, Diddy needs to sit down somewhere because try as he might, he's not getting out of any of this stuff. Okay, at the end of the day, yes, the Mann Act is rooted in racism. We already know that. It started with Jack Johnson when he was married to the white woman and all of that. But the problem with Diddy's scenario is he may have given them all the things they need to charge him with it. And if that's the case, well, you know, him crying racism, it's probably not going to help, even though he does have a good point. as far as I'm concerned. Okay, so anyway, all these people in Hollywood are running and headed for the hills. They're ghosting Diddy. They don't want to be in town when the trial starts because they don't want their names being dragged through the mud. They don't want to be brought up as even having had anything to do with Diddy in the slightest. Okay, whether they were at any of those parties or not, people are just trying to avoid him at all cost. So it looks like Hollywood is going to be deserted. Okay, come May the 5th of 2025. You all drop me a comment. Let me know what you think about it all. Because at the end of the day, you know, Diddy was once the toast of the town. And look at him now and how far he has fallen. Well, you know, the bottom line is when you think about the Mann Act, they usually specifically use this against men of Diddy's complexion. Okay, that's just the facts. And when you think about Michael Jackson, Bill Cosby, R. Kelly, Diddy, you know, we could say that they do target Black men specifically for certain things. I mean, because I don't recall anyone that's not of their hue being charged with RICO, okay, by themselves. Just one person being charged with RICO when RICO is supposed to be a whole criminal enterprise or organization. But Diddy has been charged with RICO by himself, as was R. Kelly. Do you all think that would happen to somebody who didn't have their skin tone? I don't think so. Okay. And, you know, when you think about people in history who have done things that Diddy is now accused of, who have been having dealings with minors, who had these wild parties. Maybe they didn't call them freak offs, but nonetheless, they had them. Okay, allegedly Hugh Hefner. None of these people were prosecuted. These people did these things for decades and got away with it, and no one besmudged them or said anything negative about them after their demise. But Diddy, they're trying to take him all the way down, okay? Because the problem is, whenever a Black man gets out of line, yeah, they have to reel him back in and they have to let him know and also make an example out of him so that no other men of his, you know, prestige get any ideas that they can do anything similar. Okay, so that's why they're making an example out of Diddy and they're throwing everything at him. But the question is, are these charges even going to stick? Because a lot of these people have been caught in lies. Okay, a lot of these people on the internet, social media, you know, some of the things in the lawsuits sound questionable. So is the prosecution going to be able to make the charges stick? Are they going to be, in fact, able to convince the jurors that Diddy did these things of which he's been accused? I don't know. But it's going to be interesting to sit back and watch as we all find out. So drop me a comment. Let me know what you think. Till next time, beloveds. Peace.